All right, and we are back. I got both sides knocked out. As you can see, I got the pin bolts in, and let's see how well you can kind of see how much I ended up having to cut off. I went a little bit too far sideways, but that's okay. As long as it fits into the hole and whatnot, that's all that really matters, right? So I got this side done. You can see that pin is there as well. The other side, I am actually missing one of the pins on the other side. So there's that. I still need to get one of those someday, because on the other side I've only got one of these thingies, these little knobs, and these are what holds the plastic door surround in place. Let me go over to the other side. I don't have my step stool over on this side. Oh, but that's all right. Tough climb. All right, so let's see. It's a fairly decent view of what this. On this side, you can obviously see I didn't cut off quite as much sideways. There's a smaller gap on this side, but it fits just as well back here. And I already test fitted the pin, so it does fit. But since I only have one of them, I usually only put it on the back side, because the back is what actually holds it on the front. On the front, you have a little pin that fits into the windshield over here that holds it in place here for the most part. I mean, it still wiggles a little bit, but it's when the top is actually on it, it doesn't move. Or at least it doesn't move that much. Of course, I never actually wiggled it like this before with the top off, so maybe it did. I don't know. But the important thing is I've got one on this side so that the back part doesn't flop around. So there you have it. Here's the door surround modification. You can kind of see a little bit on there, the underneath side right there. Got that cut out, maybe about, not quite half an inch. Yeah, maybe what's a little bit less than half? 3/4? No. 5/16? No, I don't know. Anyway, but just shy of half an inch on that side. And I've got the top. So, in theory, I'm ready to put the top back on. Here's a view of this side. You can obviously see I made the gap bigger on this side, a little bit more clearance. But this was the first one I did. Lessons learned, right? After fitting this one, I realized I didn't have to take off so much, because I measured half an inch down and marked it, and with all the grinding, I ended up taking off a little bit more. But it still holds in there. It's still good. Serves its purpose. No big deal. No harm done. So there you go. In theory, the top should be ready to go back on, but it is the middle of April. Who wants to do that? I might leave the top on itself, the actual top, just in case it rains, but I might take the door surrounds off, and I might just go with the with no half doors and no back panels for as long as possible. In fact, I won't even put the top on unless I put the top up, unless I have to. I'll just strap it down real good. Well, I don't even have to strap it really. It always holds in place pretty good by itself as is. But with my luck, at least before today, every time I would go somewhere and leave the top down, it would rain on me. So that's one reason I never took the top off completely, because every time it would never fail. Every time I went somewhere and I tried leaving the top down for more than 24 hours, I would end up coming outside and find out it had rained. So that's why I had to replace my stereo originally. Left the top down in the rain and didn't know it. So I'll keep it on the vehicle. I just won't put it up anytime soon. So there you have it, guys. I think as far as my checklist goes, Hold on guys, I've got a copy of my checklist over here. And let's see. Winch mount done, winch done, dual battery trays done. The dual battery wiring I still need to do. I will do that another time. The new seats, I discovered that I actually do need to order the adapter brackets for the new seats. So I've got to wait to get those. I've only done 2 of the 4 speakers to put in, so I got half of that marked off. Cigarette lighter socket, I got that replaced. My blower fan switch, I don't know what the problem is yet, but it's not an issue. The flush and replace the radiator, that's not a absolute necessity just yet. The steering skid I did, roll cage did, my light guards I will do another day, and that's it. There's a couple items on here that aren't on the list that I did, like the actual the windshield light mounts. The hood scoop. Where was the hood scoop? Oh yeah, it's on here. Right there. I got that marked off. So, I got the hood scoop done. Yeah, those are the ones. Those little light mounts, those were not on the list. But I got those done. I got the oil change done. Winch is mounted. I got the hinge pins done. The roll cage is on and ready to go. I got at least 2 speakers wired up so I can use them, which is a huge plus. I took out the front carpets just because I have those mats in there, so I'm not running on bare metal floors. I do have the mats. I don't need the carpet. What else? I think that's it. Now all I have to do is find out what to do with all this crap. A lot of it probably won't go back in, but I do need to pick out the necessities and figure out where I'm going to put it, because as you can see, I am working with pretty much a blank slate here. And yeah, so I don't know. Still have to figure that out figure that part out yet. I gotta figure out what to do with all this crap. A lot of that's camping gear, like what do they call it? Expedient camping stuff, like some tarps and cordage and rope, and of course I've got my tools and some other stuff. No sleeping bag or no tent, but I do have a tarp in there for some expedient shelter if I need it, and some other tools and whatnot. So I got to figure out what to do with all that stuff. In the meantime, I believe I am done. It's a Monday evening. I don't know when I'll get this posted. Maybe I'll post it when I come back. So by the time you see this, I might have already come back from my road trip. So I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with it. I gotta take it out in the sunlight and get some pictures. Hee hee. Get some pictures of the cage and whatnot. I already checked the fluids. I did discover the front axle pinion bearing, I think, is worn a little bit, which might explain the very slight vibration that I feel when I'm driving. It's a very slight vibration. It's almost not noticeable. But that's the only loose thing I can find under there, is that front axle pinion bearing. So that's the only thing that I can find that's loose. It's possible maybe one of the shafts are loose in between the engine and transmission. I don't know. But I digress. Let's flip you around. Hey, there's it go. So yeah, that's it. If you've watched all of my projects, thank you. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed. The weekend. And if you haven't watched the rest of my projects, go ahead and check them out. They're on my channel. You can find them. Just go through the videos list. I put them all on there. Some of them, not yet. I haven't uploaded. I've uploaded them. I just haven't actually publicized them yet. So, yeah, I'm gonna get going. I hope you have enjoyed watching the projects on my Jeep, and I hope that's inspired you guys to do some of your own projects with this stuff. And now I'm covered in burnt plastic. Yeah, this is Rich from the Lifted Off-Road Shop. And if you're interested in building your own business around your passion or your lifestyle, like my Jeep lifestyle, if you're interested in creating a business around your lifestyle, go ahead and click on the link that'll be in the description. It should be the first thing you see in the description. Go ahead and click on that and follow the steps. And in the meantime, this is Rich from the Lifted Off Road and the liftedlife.com, and signing off. And have fun and be lifted. Later.